What's poppin', y'all? Empress J, the Healing Oracle. Tapping back in. With another message for another day, y'all. What's up? Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Lost for words. Try clawing under verse. Sit still till you press reverse, then it hurts. I see you later, I'm long gone now. I'll be back, but I don't know when or how. No. Cross your name on the side of my page. You was wrong when I tried to engage in conversation. Left me there on the side of the road. Don't feel bad, told you you do not hold me. Inspiration. Said I'm trying to lose my mind. To elevate, yeah, it takes a lifetime. I don't mind, I'm searching for my liberation. Hi. 1:11 on the clock. Hi. Like it in the morning when it's quiet and it's still in this room to breathe. I ain't smoked today, cause I ain't got no money. No, it ain't all sunny. Not yet, one day, right? Golden just like honey. Yeah, you taste like honey. Cross your name on the side of my page. You was wrong when I tried to engage in conversation. Left me there on the side of the road. Don't feel bad. Told you you do not hold me. Inspiration. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing today? You know, I really love to lead with a song. When spirit come through with like a song of mine, especially, that's one of my favorites. Like, if you new to my channel, then you true to my channel and you understand that I come through with this song a lot, Liberation, because for whatever reason, that's like that's the name of the season, like liberation. And then we may be doing this forever. I may be listening to that song all the time because I need to be liberating my mind, myself, my soul. I'm looking for my liberation. Cross your name on the side of my page. Told you you do not hold me. Inspiration. You know, a lot of times, before we even get to the message, that's a part of the message. Like, a lot of times we go through things, we have fallen outs and we have issues with folks, right? And they think that we done now. Like, we all messed up. We ain't never going to grow. We ain't going nowhere from here. Because they don't love us. They don't want us. We ain't never going to have nothing, right? Like, we done. Like, that's it. They threw us away. They put us on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? You don't hold my inspiration. So whether you here or you're not here, I'm going to continue to grow. I'm going to get closer to myself and to God as I need to be doing. And I'm going to continue to worry about myself. That's what you need to be doing. Like, liberating yourself, growing closer to yourself, even and when situations come and people think that you done, like, without them, we were supposed to die because you left me here on the side of the road. You left me all alone. You don't hold my inspiration. Okay? You don't. You don't. And don't you let nobody think that they hold that power. When you ask somebody, are you a good person? Like, if you trying to get, like, oh, why don't you love me? Am I not a good person? This, that, and the third. Man, look, fuck all of that. Excuse my language, Lord. Like, but at the same time, bumps all of that, because you need to know who you are. If you think that you said, did, or like was a disrespectful person, you know what it is. You know if you good. You know if you not good. And if you don't know, you better go ask God. Go ask the spirit guides. Go ask your team. Go ask your ancestors. Go ask the Orishas. Go ask yourself. When you ask yourself, you're asking all of the above, and you get the proper answer. When you are focused on getting the opinion of you from others, then you are allowing another person's opinion to mold who you are. Where the hell they do that at? That is not what you are about. Uniqueness, being one, being different, that is individual. So yeah, we are alike in many ways, but I am me and you are you, and there are things that make you you and things that make me me. I can't tell you who you are and you can't tell me who I am. Only thing you can do is say different things and show me how you do things in your life, and allow me to be inspired from the things that you do or don't do, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, you cannot tell me who I am, and I can't tell you who you are. So do not look for answers outside of yourself as to who you be. Ask God. If you don't believe in God, ask your higher power. I'm telling you right now, you better get one. You better get close to something, because we are in the darkest times ever. And the only time and the only way that you're going to find the brightness and the light, which is in you already, is to find that peace in yourself. And by finding peace in yourself, you do become a part of something. You understand that you are already a part of something. There's something bigger than you. You attach yourself to that like wholeheartedly. You hear me? And you allow your spirit team, your spirit allies, your team, bro, sis, to freaking allow you to take away the things that no longer serve you in your life, ways of being, ways of thinking, ways of speaking. It all gotta go, right? So you can get closer to yourself and higher too. So you can get higher as well, right? I become free. I become free. You see me being free. It opens the door for you too. I can't get right. If I don't get right, you can't get right. So many souls are attached to our healing. When you forsake any piece of it, any part of your healing, you're forsaking learning a lesson and a new way of speaking so that you can be heard by others, right? You're always going to be used. The goal in it is to make sure you're not abused in what you're here to be used for. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the only way that you can do that is by being yourself, being completely free with yourself, right? I become free, you see me being free. It opens the door for you too. I gotta be real with myself all the time. Because if I can't be authentic to me and genuine to myself, then when you see me, you see fakeness. So then what you see from me is not really who I am. I'm not giving you the truth. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not giving you the truth of who I truly am. And anytime we step away from any parts of ourselves, the trueness of who we are, you forsake pieces of you. You're not giving the world the trueness of who you are, so you really being fake at the end of the day. So you need to be as free as you can be. Free. Free to be you, and I'm free to be me. Why would you want to be anything else? The freedom that I speak of, it comes from allowing a new sight to be born from overcoming the dark integration to the light. There's a dark integration that we get when we go to the light. So the darkness I speak of is the pain and the strain and like all that hurtful stuff that we've been through, the things that we didn't understand and like we didn't know like why they happened or whatever. Like they took us back steps. It didn't allow us to move forward and the knowing of who we are and the belief system that we need to be having, right? So the freedom that we're talking of that you get from understanding, right, that there's blessings in all the lessons that you've like gone through. So then like you don't look at your life as if you had mistakes, right, because they were lessons. You don't look at your life as woe is me. You don't look at it like you get a new sight, you get a new vision, right, to what you've been through. So you're looking at things with new lenses, right? That's the freedom I'm talking about. When you allow yourself to understand that you are actually blessed and going through that, whatever it was, could have been the worst thing, and I'm not talking about easy stuff, even in that. I'm talking about everything. In everything. God was there. I'm going to keep reminding you, God was there. He's here. He's always here. Our angels, our ancestors, Risha's spiritual team, your folks that came before you, you know what I'm saying, your bloodline before you, like all attached to you, like they are here. They're always here. So you gotta always remember that. You gotta allow yourself to become free when you look back. Anyway. We must honor both sides, right? Fight with all your God-given might, for there is a fight to the light. Trust it is in sight. It's the gift The freedom is the gift that comes as the blessing for learning the lessons. Grow in understanding of your soul, whom and what it is tied to. These are writings that I have. Like I told you, I'm a scribe. I write, and when they speak, I must write, and then I must give, right? And then I also have to take it within and use it in my life, and also give it to you while I'm using it. That's how it works, right? Each one teach one. We grow together. We know together. Like nothing can break us, only make us, right? If I'm learning and I'm teaching you, I'm attaching myself to everything. So that stuff we went through in the past, right? Looking at that as a blessing. So we changed the sight. Now bringing it back to where I'm at now. So like no matter how I looked at it before, I'm rearranging my sight. So when I look back, it's not mistakes, it's not pain, it's lessons and overcoming, right? So damn, now I see myself with power because I've overcome. Anytime you see yourself as overcoming something, you become more powerful in seeing yourself. So your sight switches in who you see yourself to be. This is why it's so important to not ask other people, who are you, to them. No, they don't know what you went through. And when I talk about what you went through, those sacred parts of yourself, you need to be keeping them together until you're ready to really talk about them, because people are going to scrutinize them. So if you can't talk about that intricate stuff that you've been through, right, without being hurt by scrutiny, then you keep it inside till you're able to handle it until it's healed enough to be scrutinized, so that you can talk about it and give the lesson and the blessing that you receive from learning that, right? When you go back and you look at your stuff and then you're able to give it to people like that, like, because now I'm not talking about it intricately. I'm talking about it, my past and the things I've been through, right? The things I've witnessed as a whole, right? Telling you about the lesson and not the complete situation, because I don't need to go too deep. But I'm going to give you what I learned from it, because now I learned that I grew from that situation. It didn't break me. It really added to me. So yeah, we've been through some harsh things, and some things we've had to heal through in the darkness. We can't even speak about it. So those are the things that you allow to attach to your spirit to bring you up, right? So then you're never down because you know where you've come from. So your sight is changed. So you no longer need to ask nobody or worry about what other people think of you, like what you think of you. You know what you've been through. You know everything. All the little intricate things that you've been through, that you've overcome, whether you was by yourself, you was with people, and you still had to deal with stuff that was hard. We ain't talk about it no more. We're going to talk about it to God. We're going to tell them who we are now through that and from that. And then we're going to show the world, right, by being different. And what we put out, like, since the site has changed, now my creativity is different. Now I'm not afraid to be myself, because now I know who myself is. And now I speak to myself on a daily basis, and I speak to all my higher ups, and I'm able to connect. So now, since I'm connecting, I can connect all the past with the present, and then I'm continuously looking forward to the future, but I'm not stuck in any realm. I know that I could toggle through the three because I am powerful, because I know what I've been through. No one can tell me who I am. No one has that right to tell me who I am, because they did not go through what I went through with me. And even if they didn't experience it as me. With my life, my thoughts, my children, my mom passing away, my stuff, your stuff. Nobody went through that with you the way you went through it with you. But God, your angels, your ancestors, your spirits, your team. So when you want to talk, you want to get deep about your shit, you want to know who you are to the world, to make sure that you know what I'm saying, you cool with you. Let me tell you who you talk to about that. You talk to you about you. You talk to the higher ups about you, because they're going to show you who you are. And then if you don't like what they show you, they're going to also show you how to fix it. So no longer are we even worried about what another person thinks about me. Praise thy names, every one of them holy. Once you move in the light, you recognize the energy. You understand? Me, I can't worship no devilish things. So therefore, I will not let myself be attached to a thought that others have about me. What you think of me has the spirit just said ain't got no problem with me. Like, no, it ain't got nothing to do with me, bruh, sis. Ain't got nothing to do with me, man. But the one thing that does matter to me, that is my problem. It's how I see me and how I'm allowing myself to be seen. When I know how I'm putting myself out here, when I know how I'm being, now there are going to be times when I'm not maybe, we not maybe like, up to par. Because we got our days. Ain't nobody perfect. You understand what I'm saying? We have moments where we may not understand. We may be anxious. We may be triggered in that moment because we're constantly healing and we got to be real about it. Real about it. You cannot be fake about nothing. You fake about anything, nigga, you fake. God see that shit. Fuck what the world see. I don't want God to see nothing less from me than who I want him to see me to be. So because I want to constantly be seen as beautiful and wonderful and talented and growing, you know what I'm saying, and healing in the eyes of them, they what matter to me. Because when I cried that night, when my mom passed away, and I was all by myself, and that nigga was beating me up, and I was going through all this unnecessary things, wasn't no baby dads coming to help me. Wasn't no family members knocking on my door. I was by myself with my children, and I was in the room all alone. And so I had to understand that who I had was God. And I started to speak to him, and he started to speak back. I started to ask for that help. I got tired of feeling alone. I know I felt it, but I couldn't name it. I got tired of people telling me who they thought I was, and I was believing that shit. No, because I don't believe that's real about me, man. Sometimes I fucked up, and sometimes I may get upset or anxious, but there's reasons for that, right? Trauma, like, so I gotta heal, and I know that, but I know how. So in a room alone, God will tell you who you are. Now you need to get right to get to who you need to be. And he will show you visions of yourself later on to keep that vision in sight of who you need to be so you don't lose you. Doesn't matter who you lose outside of yourself. You can never lose you. First and foremost, most important thing, forever and ever and ever and ever, you can't lose yourself, and you can't lose a connection with your higher up, whatever they be, he, she, they, whatever. Believe in something, or you will fall for anything, and that shit's real, bro. Shit's real. Thank you to everybody who's like, shared, commented, subscribed, jumped on here, like my joint, commented, or just viewed it. Like, I appreciate you, but I would like and love if you would give me a like and a comment so I could feel your energy more, so I could tap into messages that are just for you. See, when I feel your energy, then I know what Spirit's going to give me for you and for me, right? Because it's not just for you, it's for me too. As I'm learning and I'm growing, I'm giving that back. And then you communicate with me, and then we can grow in our knowing, and then we build in our team, right? Our spiritual soul family team. Like, I've been building with others myself. Shout out to Combat Pretty. Shout out to oh my goodness, Rose Warrior 1. Shout out to Montana the Gift Seer. Like, shout out to Love Pisces. You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness, the list goes on. But those who I'm calling out are readers, tarot readers, spiritual leaders who are also giving messages and here to give you what God has given them, right? The lessons they learned that they're growing on and knowing on to us. Like, so together we can continue to build on a consciousness that is geared towards the light and the integration of the darkness and the light, because we know that it's not just one side, it's two sides. And the more that we grow on this and we give in our personalized messages to the world, then we can really, 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 really affect each other in a beautiful way. And then we no longer can be messed up anymore. Like, we breaking so many chains that our folks been held, like, bound in, like, from maybe past mistakes and misunderstandings. We no longer, and excuse me when I say mistakes, no mistakes, only lessons, but past lessons, right, or misunderstandings that maybe they didn't get. Now we gonna make sure that we're honing in on what they're trying to show us, so that we know what lessons to give, right? And they're showing you through your life. They showing you through the things that you go through the things that just can't seem to get right in your family. You the one to break that shit through. You gonna break that chain completely. And it comes with looking back, not wondering or understanding who you are through the eyes of someone else who has no bearings on your soul and or the knowing of how you've had to overcome things to get to where you are today. So when you wonder about who you are, ask that to yourself. Make sure you're asking that above. One last thing I want to talk about, and I probably talked about this before, is okay, so the lesson, right, is like the problem or the situation. And then what you need to understand why you went through that lesson is the knowledge. And the wisdom of how to use the knowledge of that lesson helps with the understanding of how to get through that again. And then we build a new consciousness and a new culture. That's what Spirit said. And I believe it so much. You know, some things are just so profound, but really they're basic. Learn the lesson. Know what it is when you see it. Do not, like I was listening to Sarah Jakes Roberts, right? I listened to her too because I ain't religious, but I love God. Allah, I love him. I love him. I love him. Oh, I love him something special, Oh, I love him. Like, oh my goodness. But, and I was directed to her when I recognized that I really love God. Like, I heard one of her sermons and I was in a program and they played her for me. And I cried. And it was just like, because I felt her. And I felt like her message was directly made for me to hear. And because I understand her words. She spoke to me. You understand? I could hear her. I could understand her words. It spoke to my heart, to my soul, helped me come out. Keep coming out, because everybody that has grown and gotten their lesson and what they're supposed to learn will help you too at any point of the journey, wherever you at. She helped me to recognize that I really love me some God. I love me some higher power. I love whatever you want to call it. I love him. So she said today, I heard one of her like excerpts, she said that, we missed the mark when we get into a disagreement and we're in an argument, and instead of me holding back, I'm gonna cuss your ass back out. Like, you just was disrespectful, and I probably didn't even deserve it, or you was upset with me, and instead of me giving you the lesson in that, like, I needed to be quiet and not cuss at you, not be rude, and not give you back that energy that you just gave to me. I'm supposed to stand strong in myself and not be rocked by your energy at all. Not allow you to change my frequency in a bit. Don't matter what you call me, what you say about me, because I know who I am. So would I even allow anything you say or do to harm me, right? Because I know who I am. I gotta be strong in that. But sometimes we fall victim to be like, what? Wait, what you say? See, but we miss our mark. That's what she said. You missed the mark, like, because I won't supposed to cuss you. God led me to that circumstance, to that disagreement, because we had a lesson to learn. So whether you had something to teach me or I had something to teach you, I missed my mark because I cussed you. I let myself fall victim to lowering my energy and lowering my frequency and going to a lower level, because that's where you put me. That's where I felt I needed to go. Excuse me, you didn't put me there. That's where you were, you wanted me to go, so I followed that. So we miss our mark when we don't stand strong in the knowing of what we're supposed to be giving from that. Like, what we're supposed to be getting out of that moment in that circumstance. Because everything is a teachable moment. There's always teachable moments. Don't miss the teachable moment. Because you a teacher, I'm a teacher. I'm also a student. You're a student. You know what I'm saying? But the student turns into the teacher once you learn the lesson. And you see the lesson when the calm. When you all out here with them, if they up here and you go up there with them, then you're losing your cool and you're not able to think. Because when you give yourself a moment to step back and really think about it, God's going to give you something to say that's going to allow them to learn a lesson, even if they don't learn it at that moment. And so the biggest statement that you could give another person is just staying in your same frequency, not allowing anything to shake you, because that shit ain't make you. So why would it break you? And why would you even allow anyone else to think that they have the power to take your energy or have the power to move you? You can't. Only one who should be able to do that is God and ourselves. So even when we fall victim to it, like, we miss our mark. Don't miss the mark. Right? Yeah. You may not want to, like, it be that moment where, like, man, I just rather fucking cuss you ass out. Excuse my language. I'd rather cuss you out, y'all. Like, I'd rather cuss you out if you get me there. I can't miss my mark, yo. I can't stoop to that level, because that's allowing you to think that it's okay to be there. And if I'm agitated because this is where we at, then I need to let you know, by me staying in my energy, that what you're doing is not okay. So yeah, there's either something I teach you or something you teach me. There's some revelation that we come to together, right? It's missed if we don't stop. If I stoop to your level, then we miss the lesson. We must challenge ourselves to remain in the same frequency in order to challenge and allow the other one to learn and move closer, right? That's when we move closer to one another, when we understand. When we really there, we at that point where, damn, like, I understand you. Like, yeah, we can move closer to one another when we allow ourselves to get quiet and listen. So even in that moment of you being all outside your body, I still can listen to you and hear what you're saying and give it back to you in a different way that allow you to change. Because if I'm on a higher frequency, then why wouldn't I challenge you to come up here with me? I know where you at. Why would I want to go back there? So if I allow myself to stoop and cuss you out and get on the energy or the same level where you're at, I'm not challenging you. Then I'm not teaching you anything. I'm missing my mark. I'm missing the reason that God sent me here. Don't miss the mark. Work your way up in a jiffy. Seize the moment. Put it out there. If God put it out there, move forward. Like, if God put you in that situation, you got to go through it to get through it. You know what I'm saying? And to really elevate above it. That's how you teach people. See, God taught you the same lesson. See, somewhere down the line you was taught the same lesson, or you ready to receive that lesson at that moment. Because sometimes the shit will be like, ding, while you saying something or someone else is saying something, and at that moment you see the teachable moment, but sometimes we shy away from it because it's not the easiest thing. Now, I will shut your ass down in the sweetest way. You gonna get this work today. Like Combat Pretty say, we gotta work, baby, gotta work. They say I'm working hard. They say I do too much. I'm working hard. They say I do too much. Because if I see it, I'm going to say it. And I need to. That's why I have to stay strong in myself. That's why I can't allow you to tell me who I am. And I can't tell you who you are. I can't do that. Because I need to stand strong in myself. Because you going to see me being strong in myself. You going to want to be strong in yourself. And then we going to work together to achieve the ultimate goal, which is being our best self, walking closer to God, and being damn good people best we can every day. Right, so now it's your turn to give the lesson. You may not only be able to, only you may be able to understand it at that moment, right? And you speak that language. You speak the language of that person, because see, thousands of people could have tried to tell them the same damn thing. And they couldn't hear them. They didn't understand because they didn't speak the same language. Here come you out of nowhere, and they about to be disrespectful, come out of body with you. You speak their language. So you're going to be able to give them what they need to move forward from this situation. And you both get elevated from it. So God uses you to teach. Do not skip past the teachable moment, because it's a hard situation. You don't want to give the message. You better get a freaking message, bro. Sis, come on now. At this point, we giving the message. Right. The intelligence I have is directly connected to the lessons I allow myself to receive. The intelligence that I have is directly connected to the lessons that I allow myself to receive. Whether it is hard to swallow, Okay? Or not. The hardest things to see about myself in order to change and integrate allows for highest rewards. So the things that you like, the big stuff that you got to heal first, right? The main things that you really don't like about yourself, like those hardest things to see about yourself. Once you overcome them and you kind of integrate the darkness with your light and you become one with yourself with that situation, you get a big blessing from that. You know what I'm saying? And you are like elevated within yourself and outside of yourself because blessings just come through, right? Because every lesson receives a bonus blessing. Shying away diminishes the soul and those tied to it, because everybody's tied together. Shying away diminishes the soul and those tied to it. They wanted me to read that again. And this one, every lesson receives a bonus blessing. If you can't heal those attached, can't heal either. Just saying. Don't miss your mark. I've missed my mark in the past, and I won't anymore. I will not. I will constantly work on being quiet so that God can be loud. And in those moments where I can teach, I want to teach, and I want to be ready to teach. We never know what's in store for us. But I believe that if we're quiet with God, let Him be loud. And then we're very disciplined in who we are and we're constantly working on ourselves, right? We always rise above. You know what I'm saying? We're always okay. Like, it's the inner knowing and the inner growing on yourself. Never let nobody tell you who you are. That is like a sin. Like, that is something that I hear that loud. Nobody has the right, like, that's something that they don't like. Our spiritual team and them above us, they don't like when we allow somebody else to tell us who we are. Like, they stand there like, "Oh, you can't be serious. Did you just ask them who you is? You don't know yet? If you don't get your ass over here and come listen to us, all of us running through your blood, like all these ancestral lines and all these people connected to you, all these spirit guys, like, y'all better get with it, like, or get left behind. And I hate for you to be left behind because the messages that we're giving may never be able to be given again. It's because we need each other to get this as we're learning it so that we could go to the next level of ourselves, because there's going to be a lot to come, good and bad. And we're definitely being shown who's who right now. Trust who you are. And if you don't, you got to grow in the knowing of you. Get with you. Please know yourself. Love yourself. Each and every part of yourself. Right? Please do that. Because it's really important. Can't nobody tell you who you are. They weren't there. They don't fight them demons with you. They wasn't in the darkness with you. And they not going to always be in the light with you neither. So when you understand that, right, you know it's a privilege to be you. It's a privilege to be next to you. It's a privilege to talk to you. It's a privilege because you're great. You're wonderful. You're of the light. So I love you. And I hope you're loving on yourself and everyone around you. Make sure you praying. You better stay prayed up. Better stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? However you do that, stay prayed up. Stay believing in something. Better believe in something or you fall for anything. I'm Empress J, the Healing Oracle. Again, thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, commented, subscribed, came through, viewed my joint, whatever. Like, I appreciate you and I love you. You are my healing angels, my beautiful souls, my family. And I'm here for you, right? Sending you positive energies all day and night. And I am sending you so much love, and all the hugs. You know what I'm saying? That you need to feel better. I love you. Talk to you later.